All right, we are live. So
Hi.
welcome to episode 3 of Beyond Numbers. So we are finance and accounting professionals who also happen to be digital business owners. And why do we have this series? Because more than just numbers, we also help you grow your business and also your personal finance. And if I may add, we're also not just beyond numbers, but we're in fact beyond borders. So I am based here in Bicol, Philippines. Um, so I would it's already in the evening here, so I would say marhay na banggi sa Indogabos. I am also part Chinese, so let me just say one Shanghao. So I'm a licensed accountant here in the Philippines. I am married and I used to work in with the finance division of a multinational investment bank. Now I am a proud digital business owner and mentor for a couple of years already. So there. So from the Philippines, we go to Jersey, UK.
Jersey! hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everywhere you are. So, I am originating from the Philippines in Bacolod. So, maayong hapon sa tanan-tanan sa inyong mga galantaw sa mong subong, especially yung mga accountants. Yes, so I know Ilonggo. I know a little bit of Irish and yeah, a little bit of Chinese because I went to Chinese school as well. But thank you so much for watching. So, as you have known in our previous episode, my name is Rosie. And so I am a wife to my Irish husband, a mom to my 2-year-old daughter. I am also a full time working professional as an accountant here in finance and also a digital business owner, officially sealed. And so that's it for me. And next one, and Darren.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Thanks for your energy, Rosie. So,
Yes.
hello, good evening, everyone from the Philippines. Also, I am Darren. So, I am a also a licensed accountant here in the Philippines. I am a wife and a mom to two boys. So, I have a 6-year old and a 2-year old boy. And I am also a full-time working professional here in the Philippines. I work in a fintech industry as a finance professional and also a proud digital business owner.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Thanks for that, Darren. Mabuhay. I'm Ayin from the Philippines. Magandang gabi from the Philippines. Ni Kong La, if it's in Burmese, because my husband is Burmese. I hope I made him proud. So I'm 30 plus years old. I'm a wife. I'm a mom and a former banker. And now I'm a digital business owner and coach.
Okay, it's me, right?
Yes.
It's my turn. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Namapan Opong. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand. So I will say in Thai, like สวัสดีค่ะทุกคนวันนี้นะคะชื่อป้องนะคะเป็นคุณแม่เลี้ยงเดี่ยวเนาะมีลูกสาวเจ็ดขวบนะคะ Okay, I get back to English now.
That's so beautiful.
Okay, right now I'm working as the accounting and like in the part of cash and credit card controlling in hospital, and I have one daughter who is 7 years old, and I'm a single mom. Yeah, and also I'm a digital owner as well. Okay,
All
that's
right.
all from my side.
Sawadee ka, Pong. Thank you, Pong, and the ladies for your colorful and diverse introductions. We are really global with our introductions. But just to recap, I guess, in our previous episode, what we shared were insights and also our experiences on how to shift from employee to the business owner mindset. We actually had a game for that. So in this episode, we'll share how easy or difficult it was for us when we were just starting our respective businesses. Was it advantages that we had additional finance and accounting professional hats? or was it actually more challenging for us being finance people? And also, I think more importantly, what we'll share is how we were able to overcome those challenges. So, challenges. Where do I begin? Okay, so let me start with when my husband Jess and I were just contemplating on starting our digital business. So the first challenge for me was being so skeptical and analysis paralysis. So between Jess and I'm actually the more skeptical and very risk averse. I don't know if you can relate with me, ladies, but with our finance and accounting backgrounds, I had a lot of questions. As in, a lot of questions. I had questions about return on investment, ROI, going concern. I even had questions about cash flow. And I had this Excel analysis, which I constantly updated with new business scenarios. And I showed it to my husband and to my mentor. I think at some point I was already at that analysis paralysis stage because I was so fixated with all these business scenarios I had in my mind. But I think what helped is that through that process, I did my own research, I did my own due diligence, and I took calculated risk, literally calculated risk, because I did some calculations also just to help me be at ease with the decision. And I think it helped a lot because with the process, I was able to see how legitimate the business is and how lucrative the income potential is. So I think for me, it helped that I went through that process because it also gave me peace of mind that we had the right decision when it came to the business. So how about you ladies? Did you also have similar challenges and how did you overcome it?
Not to the point of not to the point of doing those cash flows, but I did my due diligence as well. Just like Mel, and I think all of us here. But for me, when I was starting, what the main challenge for me was that the my personal situation or circumstance, it was the one holding me back before I finally jumped in the business. At first, I doubted myself if I can make time for the business alongside with my role as a housewife. Still adjusting as a new mom, I was breastfeeding. My husband Yar, he has a full-time job and we don't have any house helper. So I was afraid that I might neglect our business. And just like Mel earlier, I have every scenarios on my mind why my business might fail given our situation. So, but then I realized I have my strong reason why I checked out the business in the first place. I wanted to be a digital entrepreneur. I didn't want to let go of this opportunity just because I'm afraid or I want to how do you call this, chicken out without even trying, right? So
Mm.
there, after some pep talk from Yar, we took the leap of faith. So as expected, just like any other endeavor, it requires time and effort to nurture my business. And I realized that it requires me to show up consistently
Mm.
to be able to move forward in this business, and it requires commitment. So
Yes.
but this time around, committing myself in the business, in our business, was easier. Why? Because this business is valuable to me. I have my strong purpose, and back then I thought that if I was a good employee, back when I was still in the corporate world, back when I was still a finance professional, almost perfect attendance, reporting to office even if I was sick, even if a family member is sick. If I was able to endure that overtime work, stressful environment, I can commit more to our digital business because it will eventually benefit me and my family in the long run. So there, after the last 2 years, I've been committed to my business. I can say that confidently. I'm committed to my business. I show up every day to the business. Of course, keeping in mind that my family is still and always my priority. So that's I think that's the very reason why all of us here, ladies, are here in the digital world anyway, because you want the convenience, And we want the ease of doing the business so that we have more time for the family. So I think having a flexible business like ours, it's really a game changer. My business follows my schedule now as a mom, and it's not the other way around. I can tend to my family's needs first, especially to Kali, my daughter, and I
Mm.
can even insert business time. For example, after my household chores, when my daughter is still sleeping, or when my husband is already here to take care of our daughter at night. So that in itself, it's, I can say it's a perfect fit for a mom like me who has a very dynamic schedule. And I think all of us here, ladies, would agree that this business, it proved to be doable, not just for us, finance professionals, working professionals, stay-at-home moms, but to thousands of digital entrepreneurs, because we have a lot of digital entrepreneurs globally. So there. So
Yeah.
anyone, any other challenges?
No, I really love that point that you feel it out, Ayin. It really is on point. And especially no, because you're when you mention about doing it from your employment and now you're full-time homemaker and you're able to really do it. So I'm looking at in the status of, for example, for me, I still have my job and employed. And I think it is important to note as well that in the mindset thing that this is a business, it is not a
Mm.
hobby. So a business is really something that you take seriously. And as you mentioned, you have to be committed to it. So on
Yeah.
my point as being still employed, so I have to find that like say hours. So I have to chip in an hour or 2 hours after my work to really look into this because you need to keep the business going, especially that we are in the digital space. So that's our kind of store. So we need to make sure that we consistently show up and yeah, and keep the business going. So thanks
Mm.
for that.
Yeah. I agree. With the consistent, it's like we need to do it, even we are afraid, or even we like we need something perfect. But it's not that need to be perfect. You just need to do it consistently, and then it will be proved, and it will be like you will get developed every day, or maybe you even if you didn't try or you didn't do it consistently, and then it will be like you have to count from zero again and again and again and like that. So it's yeah. So we need to keep doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think for the next one of the next challenge that I can also think of is, so every one of us came from financial background. It is more of the lack of technical knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's like when you say digital business, I was like, oh my god, IT, because like say for me in my nature of work, I know things. If you tell me about Excel, yeah, I can do all the functions, I can do this. But once you tell me, oh, my printer is broken or I could not access that, I have to call IT ticket or IT support. And but so that's another thing. But is that something in this digital business? I say no. Because what I'm really thankful for in our digital business is that it provided detailed user-friendly training that even a 6-year old or a 10-year old can easily know that, because
Yeah.
they know how to access YouTube and all the other social media platforms. So it is something that is easy to follow, and I really find it how's this very user-friendly.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
not just
So,
6 year
yeah.
olds, Rosie. We also have like
Seniors.
60s and even retirees who are
Yeah.
in the business. So definitely people who are not tech savvy, but they're able to follow, easy to follow plug and play videos.
Yeah.
So it's really doable for everyone from different backgrounds and even ages.
Mm.
Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
correct.
For me too. Yeah. Yeah, for me too in the beginning I was thinking that I won't be able to do it because like the five of us, right? We all have finance background and we all just we're used to doing Excel or working with Excel and calculators and everything. But
Formula.
when it comes, yeah, so worksheets, yeah. but when it comes to digital marketing or technical other technical stuff, we were thinking that it's a different side of the story. So,
Mm.
but when we jumped into this business, actually, it made me more more it became more interesting for me because I am into a different uh, so-called world, right? So it's somehow it diverts my stress to another area. So yeah, so whenever there are month end close, when I'm into the month end close, right? So I just look into the business and try to work on the trainings, and at least somehow it becomes a stress reliever. So yeah, from time to time there needs to has a we need to learn a different thing, right? So yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
But we
So it
also have the update from the others in the groups as well to use
mhm.
that like the function and to use something. So it's helpful and it's useful a lot for us. Yeah.
Mhm. And I would agree with Rosie, because for me, when I have any technical issue before, I call my husband. My IT support. He's my IT support. But here in the business, everything is provided to us. All that we need is there. We just have to plug in ourselves. There are tools and systems provided to us. We don't need to sell. We don't need to reach out to people because there's a system that does it for us. And apart from that, this business would require us to have our own websites, right? So that website, we don't need to. We
To
didn't do it ourselves. We didn't create. We are not what do you call it, website builders, but we have people in our group we have an amazing team who builds our websites or funnels for us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Switch.
I think we do have some viewers and some comments. Oh, Louville is saying, "Good morning, ladies, watching from Canada." Hi, Louville. Thank you for watching and tuning in. And we also got Liz. So, hello, watching from Dubai. Thanks so much, Liz. Thank you. And yes, so she mentioned analysis paralysis. She can relate kahit na hindi finance person likes us. That is true. I think it goes with everybody, you know. um, and also, oh, Carla. So, hey, ladies, watching here in Abu Dhabi, enjoying your topic. Very related. Thanks so much for tuning in.
So,
Yeah, I think in every business there's always a challenge or anything in life, and it's just so good to know that we're not alone in this journey. That it is normal to feel this way.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good. It's good to have that.
Yeah, I think another challenge for me, right, when before I entered into this business is the fear of being a solopreneur. I think it's also one of the most common reasons for others why they are also hesitant in starting their own business. Because like in going solo, they will bear all the challenges that come with the business, and also the worry that since they are doing this on their own, so they may not be able to sustain it. Actually, for me, I've tried other businesses too in the past. So the traditional business. So I remember the first that I had was a food cart franchise, but I started it together with some friends. So given that, I am more confident because I have partners with me who can be there when I cannot be present. So given also that all of us have we're holding full-time jobs that time. So but at least there is this thought that there are other people whom I can share the responsibilities and tasks with, and somehow if in case the business fails, I the thought that you have someone with you, at least may karamay, di ba? Parang ganun. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my digital business, I was more careful, and admittedly, I also had some hesitations because I also felt anxious. I was thinking that this would be a different one. So I will be the sole proprietor and, of course, be solely responsible to my business. More so when I was doing already the paperworks and the business registrations, because before we'll be able to start this business, right, we have to be registered with the government regulators. So I can see already my name written on those papers. So I just continuously told myself that I should be brave enough to take the leap of faith, like what Aileen said earlier, right? So if you want to change something in your life and, of course, in your family's life, you have to step up, move out of your comfort zone. So I thought that this will also be a good opportunity for me to start and do something new, right? So when I onboarded and started my digital business, I actually realized that the concept of being solo is not really there because yes, we are solely responsible to our own business. Its results are dependent on the efforts we put. But in every step, we are not alone because of our very supportive business community. And not to mention that we have our mentors and coaches who are always there for us and for the team to ensure that we are okay, everything's going okay. And when we need help, assistance, trainings, they're always there. So of course, on top of the trainings that we have, right, that we can access anytime, there are still the community that is with us who will make us feel that we are not alone, right? So of course that gives us more confidence and more motivation in running the business, right?
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Because it's, of course, it's always fearful to launch on your own. And for
Yeah.
me personally, I'm really thankful that we got a business community that's so motivating and inspiring. And it's kind of a different world. It's like everybody wants to just push you up and build you up. And I think I want to be around that kind of positive people, like you ladies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one, finding the right market. So I think this is another thing if you're having a business online, isn't it? So it's like when you put a business online, the question is, do I really need to have a presence or a digital marketing presence? And of course, yes. Because and that's how you can target then your right market. But like, how can I find my right market? So for me personally, it all depends on your business goals, and what are your plans of setting up the business, what is your purpose. Because I do remember very clearly when I started my digital business journey, I have to be clear as to my why. So why did I start a digital business, what is my main reason. So I am a full-time working mom, and I know that I will not be a full time employee for the rest of my life because I'm not young forever. So I will grow old someday. And I was like, I'm looking at my 50-year-old self, my 60-year-old self, and like, what will I do when I reach that age? So that's where my purpose. I was like, I have to start something now that I am still at this age, and knowing that purpose, knowing my why, I can use that in order to attract the same target audience, because surely I'm not the only person who feel the same. So that's how you find the right market. And I am truly grateful that our business community provide for detailed trainings, on how we can leverage the different social media platforms that we have in order that we can target the right market. So it's quite technical, but nothing to worry, because since our business provide for the detailed trainings, it's really user friendly and we can easily follow. So since our business is going digital or in digital, we can also carry it with us anywhere or anytime. wherever we go. And until now, actually, I am how's this? I am blown away. That's the correct term, by how global our business is. Because unlike in a traditional business, so Darren mentioned earlier that she had a food franchise business. So unlike in a traditional business, you have your physical store. So wherever that store is, it's in there. So your market is within that area. But with our digital business, it's worldwide. The reach is worldwide. We can expand in Australia, in New Zealand. We can also go USA. Even if I'm here in Jersey, I can expand in the Philippines. I can expand in Dubai, in the UK, or in Ireland, actually. So it's all over the world, as long as we got Wi-Fi. So you need to make sure you got Wi-Fi because you're going digital. And so there is no competition. There is no need to compete with your local market. Because I remember this. If you're in a traditional market, in order for you to attract customers or the right market, you need to rely on the word of mouth, isn't it? You
Yes.
need to rely on word of mouth. But with our digital business, the key part for us to reach our customer is going digital, and and digital marketing is actually now the global version, if I have to say, of the word of mouth. So yeah. I'll let you have more ideas on that, ladies.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree with you, Rosie, because our approach in the business is digital marketing, which is more effective and more convenient than traditional approach in marketing. And if I may just say as well, to add on as well, we have mentors and coaches that supports us, even me, supports me in the business, even if I'm already 2 years in the business. So that's how
Mm.
supportive our community is. And what else? Um, it's really a nice community to have, right? A global community who also provides supplemental learnings and trainings, right? We have these masterminds that we attend wherein we can learn a lot on how to find the market, how to do the advertising in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to add also to what Teen said, right? So in this business, in our business community, there is no limit as to how many sessions you will have, with like consultations you will have with your mentor or your coaches. Unlike in a traditional business, because we have experienced this also. If you are to get a franchise, like there will be a training, but the training and some info sessions, but after that you will be on your own, so you have to
Hmm.
run the business, because they are expecting that you have all the learnings already, you had the trainings, and that's just for one time. And if you want to have another series or sessions of trainings, then you have to pay for it, right? But here, once we are into the business, there's a limited consultation, unlimited trainings, and the learning continues, right? So it's really, we're really very grateful with the community that we have.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So for the
Okay,
next.
for the next challenge, it's about the creative use or thinking outside of the box. From my side, like maybe many people might need to be like step by step and need some guideline, the clear guideline to copy and paste something like that. But in the digital business, in the digital world, it's like we need to put your own style. You need to present your own style, and you need to present something that you think that is useful, or is like you don't need to fix in the frame, like you will be more freedom to think about the advertising, and yeah, to think about how to attract the right market. Like it depends on your market that you selected, and also it depends on your style. If you are not comfort to be somebody else, then you don't need to be somebody else, you just be you. and just try to present your style to the people and to attract the market on your own style. So it's not right or wrong for advertising or doing something. You just need to create something um, which is like it's like we have the community to share the professional development. It's like somebody might somebody might be professional in some tools, or somebody might professional in some program. Then they share the ideas, and then we learn about how to develop or to be presented on the camera or present on the worldwide market. And then you can be like try to try it's just like try to do some things, and if it's not working, then you try another solution. Then it would be, then you can find the proper way that you can attract to the right market that you need. It's like you can develop your own professionals, and also like you can solve the problem more like wiser, something like that.
Yeah, I like what Pong said about development. Because if I compare myself, for example, when I started this business, day one, I am completely different from how I started. Like, I've never been confident in going
Yeah.
live. I used to just use Facebook to remind me about birthdays or, connect with people that I've not been in touch with for some time. So I really like how personally we are also able to develop as our business also develops. So I think that's
Yeah.
something that is good to highlight, that even though we thought that it was challenging at the start, when we overcame that challenge, we actually grew even better, right?
Yeah.
And what one important thing is that to know that it all can be learned, because when we started the business, zero knowledge on digital advertising, on marketing, but
Yes.
now we have Canva already. We have many tools out there. We have a lot of applications who can help us with our creatives. So we also share knowledge and experiences. We have Google and YouTube to help
Yes.
us to to bring out those creative juices. And there, everything is searchable right now. Everything is learnable.
Yeah. Like we can also practice from something like if you are not there to be on the camera so long, like you don't need to do live for a long time. You just do some short video or do some like some things different than you think, like that, and it
Yeah.
could be working well. And it's like
Yes.
you can keep practicing every day until
Mm-mm.
you get more confident, and then you can be on camera maybe like more than 1 hours then.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, Pong. We always learn something new every day.
Yes.
Yes. Even for those business owners who are already in the business for years already, it's a learning day every day. So there,
Yeah.
thank
Yes.
Yeah.
you. I think we have a lot of sharings today. We have a lot of challenges that we were able to overcome. But I guess our finance background really helped. But whatever
Yes.
background you're from, I think overcoming the business challenges, it all boils down to our whys, our mindset, our work, business ethics. So basically, it relies on ourselves. The success of our business, it depends on us, right? And when you found a community that supports and lifts you up, and you also found the right business that's doable, wherein everything is provided, all the support needed and is provided, all the tools. All you have to do is plug in yourself. You know that you're in the right place. So I think for those who found the business, never let this opportunity slip away, right? So there, we all of us, the five of us here, we once looked for a business that would perfectly fit us and our lifestyle. Then we found this business. So if you're searching for the right business where all the support are provided, where you and your business can grow and thrive, I think what you need to do is just connect with us. Our websites will be flashed on the screen shortly, and we'll be happy to assist you in building and running your digital business.
Yes.
So there. Thank you, ladies. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
So see you in our next episode of Beyond Numbers. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks,
Thank you. Good
everyone.
night. Magandang gabi.
ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Mabalos.